And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We're in the playoffs now, and we got only one game tonight. It's going to be Div 5 White Nova versus Heavy Hitters, and with me, for the first time this season, I got him, ladies and gentlemen. I got the man, the myth, potentially the legend. I don't know about that, but we got Withering.
Thanks for the ego stroke there, Dusty. I really appreciate it. We got a bit of a banger match tonight, if you will, or
A
at least for
little
Div
bit, a
5
little bit.
standards. Just a little bit of a banger match. Starting off playoffs for Div 5, we have White No versus Heavy Hitters. Obviously,
Yeah,
if you've been caught up with Div 5, I'm sure you know
I'm
a lot
not.
about these teams, unlike me. Oh, thanks. That really helps us out here that we're both not caught up on Div 5. But you know what? We'll get the gist of it as we go. Unfortunately, we did have a game canceled earlier today, but I would like to congratulate Shapeless Abyss for beating Tequila Mockingbird 4-1. Can we
We're on
get
to
a
Grand Finals.
round of applause for that? Going on to grand finals in Div 3.
Wondering who
You
else
know,
is the Div 3 game next week.
I wonder I wonder what's happening next week.
Nonetheless, let's get these rosters underway, am I right? Let's get a White Nova first.
I'd have to agree.
Yeah. Got Sam Game on tank, I'm assuming Lame on
Lame.
DPS along with Ninjax, and Tristo and GXT. And then,
I
whether I'll let you take over for Heavy
On
Hitters.
the side of heavy hitters, we got End Me. Amazing start.
Fire
Nyx,
name.
Anderson, Alec, and Stay Strong
Stay
rounding out the
strong and
rest of
enemy
the.
on the same team. They balance each other out.
This is the yin and yang of Overwatch that we love to see. This is what
Yeah.
Zenyatta strived for.
And
Oh,
then
sorry. End Me, please, 69.
Fire
Yes,
name.
I did feel that was necessary to edit in live time to show off the actual username
I mean,
of the player.
Withering.
Thank you,
Still
Caustic.
accurate for the yin and yang.
Absolutely still balancing us out in this amazing Overwatch game where, as you know, things can go wrong, but things can go so good. Starting
And
off map 1, Lijiang Tower, everybody's favorite. Guys,
everyone
can we
loves it.
love Lijiang Tower?
Also, you know what's fun about the playoffs that I actually barely remembered today? It's all first to 4 matches, so we at least I can't cast a 3-0. I can cast 4-0 though.
Starting the dusty train of 4-0s whenever he casts. God, we're getting off to a great, amazing start to playoffs.
Don't mind me, I'm just gonna go put Winston's in the chat. Don't mind me. Sorry about that.
Can my caster please lock it in?
Impossible, impossible.
I
All
see,
right.
I get it.
But yeah, Lijiang should be starting soon. Honestly, what do we expect here? Because we could probably. Oh, never mind. We won't have to guess. We have 10 seconds. Let's
Ah,
go.
sweet. Well, just based off the roster reveals alone, if anything's indicative of their character choices for the select screen, I would have to say we're gonna see possibly a Brawlmere of varying varieties, maybe a Reinhardt, maybe a Ramatra,
I can
maybe the
only pray.
Orisa.
I am.
And
We
I
got
am
Ryan.
immediately disappointed on the right side, but on the left side, my god, my goodness
It's
gracious.
Ryan Cobb.
Ryan Comp. Now, Dusty, I know that you're an avid enjoyer of the Ryan Fart character.
Grendel! Yeah, baby!
And we have a Ryan duel to start off on Lijiang. Of course, you take the Ryan duel on a Ryan map. Now, if this was Scrims Row, Honor and Glory, haha, can I get some
We might see
Reddit
it.
upvotes, please? Interesting comp choices there from the side of Heavy Hitters on a Brig
Oh,
Mercy
no,
backline.
Bring Mercy yet problem. Solution. Freya. We have never casted Freya before in Nebula, so this should be new because obviously new character and all, and she is honestly just a demon on Shredding Tank.
She
So the
is,
Ryan
in fact,
duel,
the most broken character right now.
yeah, basically got a pulse bomb that has a gravitational pull to it. Oh, alright, yeah, this fight is gonna be starting early off here with Heavy Hitters, kind of trying to take control of point. It's just gonna be, ironically, a poke battle with the Ryan comps currently. As it's gonna be the Freya on the off angle, Nick trying to find a poke, well, at least poke kill, but Sam finds Alec Burn, and it's going to be Sam game on the Reinhardt. Walking it down, Anderson will find 1. Can you make it 2? The Cassidy looking for more, and cannot. Does stall for a little bit longer though, so White Nova loses a little bit of percent, but you are able to win the poke duel with just sending your Ryan in at Mach 10.
Yeah, it's a little tragic, when you're playing for the side Heavy Hitters, you really need point control first to let this Brig thrive in the bunker area, getting whip shots off and building Inspire proc really early on. And the Mercy able to just do constant damage pressure and healing pressure onto the Reinhardt. But once you lose point control, if you get walked on by a Lucio Ryan, it's pretty much over. A nade comes in, you're done for.
Yeah,
What you want to play for, Heavy Hitters, is just play out for that nade and that sleep first, and you have a free kicking. Oh, good lord.
Enemy Please has gotten his wish as Nyx runs out of dashes, falls to their watery demise. As now it's going to be a little bit of a stagger here for the side of Heavy Hitters, as White Nova's going to start running him down with Sam game. And this is one advantage that I'd like to talk about here, Withering, is that you can get in there faster with White Nova because you have Tristo on the Lucio. That's also boop kills, but, you know, that's here or there.
Well, I mean, if you get your one on boop, it's pretty
if they're
nice,
on the bridge.
you know. Hashtag one boop reference. But yes, the Lucio does provide, I know you do, does provide a lot more potential for following up on, oh, you know what?
Thanks,
Yeah, big
Lamb.
shatter. Good job. Good job, Sam Game. We didn't even realize it until the 4 were on the ground.
Ninja gets the cleanup, Strong's able to survive, and now it's going to be, honestly, not too bad of an ult matchup for either side here, but it's going to be
at that
Nano
Blizzard. You're looking at that Blizzard. That's going to be the showstopper here. Blizzard into that comp is pretty much a death sentence. You have no way of getting out of it. Once that Blizzard connects on the floor, you better hope that you can find some way out.
It's a bait. It's a Nano onto the Rhine. Valk to sustain heavy hitters. Anderson could zone out with the high noon, not going to, deciding to just take the damage from the Reinhardt. Gonna survive for a little bit longer. Stay Strong does get the res due to a point force by Nyx. The Genji able to do a little bit of almost a back cap. It's a nice shatter from enemy, please. Make that a 4. Blizzard to counter, but it might be too late. Everyone's low, but it's a nice freeze. That's 3. But Nyx getting the cleanup in the backline. The Genji gonna tear him apart, and Nyx might have just gotten a 4K. Yeah. Wow.
I mean,
and that's gonna be your blade charge coming up too. Wow.
We went from the spectrum of it's so over to we're so back to it's so over to we're so back. A great Blizzard from Ninjax, but it was not enough. There was no follow-up, and Nyx was able to clean up on the back end there. Now you're looking at this by enemy please coming back onto this Winston, and Shatter comes out.
Alec trying to tank it, and the Noon comes out from Lame, and it's going to be enough to just force all the heavy hitters back. It's just Nyx left. You have a Blade. You have a Mercy Pocket as well, now that I think about it. But you're still going to have to fight a Reinhardt. No perk to keep you alive, and this is going to be falling over. Overtime unlocked once again for White Nova. And no touch from heavy hitters with a Reinhardt coming in from Sam Game. Force it back enemy,
Can we get a replay on that Mercy, please? Yo, can we get a replay on that?
We cannot, unfortunately. I don't think we do. It's not possible. We don't have the power yet.
You know, something that the chatters won't know is that in the media room, we can in fact see our beloved producer Caustic on the webcam, and I saw those hand motions there, and they weren't very friendly to me. You know, I felt kind of threatened.
No, I think it's okay. But ooh,
I snapped my fingers. What? Don't spread misinformation.
I feel threatened nonetheless.
All right, you know what I'm feeling threatened by though, Withering?
What's that?
If Ninjas actually stays on this symmetric, because that'd be quite dangerous here for heavy hitters. If you, it's Night Market.
You know, Night Market is Sim's domain. You know, many people might say, you know, the map where, you know, Sim's hometown is. Nah, it's
the domain might expand a little bit. I don't know.
One might say that, you know, domain expansion, massive barrier. I mean, such a tough thing to break through, especially with no damage. You're just forced to walk through Sim wall when it comes up, especially like when you're playing this Winston. You may have the damage from Nyx and Anazin, but it's not enough to break a Sim wall.
Yeah, and now it's going to be an off angle coming in. Enemy Please tries to get the early jump in, but the rest of the heavy hitters were not in position yet to get the follow-up. It was a nice jump in, too. Like, it split up the DPS of heavy hitters, but, well, not heavy hitters, of White Nova. This was not timed well enough, as it's still going to have the heavy hitters trying to move in here, and it's kind of just a weird neutral right now.
It was a very awkward fight, but it ends up in the favor of White Nova nonetheless. And now with the Sim, they can prepare for the ultimate play known as bunkering down and not leaving unless forced to. As we see here, Enemy Please really trying to play on this off angle on Coach, but it's just too much damage and there's way too much pressure being taken. I believe Caustic's trying to show me something here, or blind me at the very least.
In the meantime, this might be a potential point fight flip as Lame finds one with a right click. And it was looking good there for heavy hitters for a second, but there was a 3 in the back line for White Nova able to get that cleanup, and now you're getting close to having that Noon online and the Nano. You're just going to have to, honestly, maybe play a little quick here, worrying about Nyx's potential
you want to break
shot.
Through this bunker that they have, what you need to do is you need to force a bait. You need to force them to come out of their home, and then jump them when the time is right. Split off Sam Game from his team with a nice bubble, and maybe find a pick onto Tristo or Ninjax as they walk in with their Rhine. You just need numbers advantage to start off with early, so you need to force them out of their home and get a free pick.
I mean, you
it's a lot harder than
done. It's a good ultimate. Can you find its target? GXT trying to survive, running away. Nano's online now for White Nova, and the bow shot comes out. It's a nice one, but not able to get a confirm as everyone else runs away. But Nyx is going to be able to get the cleanups by themselves without the boa shot needed. And Turret's going to stay up for a little longer. And White Nova will lose a fight, but they don't use a single ult, and they force, what, 80%? Not bad at all.
80% first flip as well for heavy hitters. They started to get some progression on the point. Stay strong, being forced to pop the Valk to sustain the team. Looking at a 5 ult to 1 ult fight coming up here. White Nova with a very clear advantage. I mean, all you have to do here is just run it to point, place your sim turrets down, maybe throw a wall down, and I think you have a fight win for free, and you get point back. And
well, they're able to find enemy, please.
It was a bait and switch.
Big shatter. Stay Strong does get the res onto the Winston here, but now you just gotta get back and try to get a recontest here, Withering, as the Winston here, 4 heavy hitters gonna get sent into a corner, getting, you know, just a little bit of damage done to him.
I mean, Sam Game right now is just expressing his right to hit the fat shatter and absolutely dominate on the Reinhardt here.
Oh my goodness.
We found the first ever r/Crusaders moderator, and it is in fact Sam Game.
Now 3% left for the point. White Nova trying to play quick. The wall on the point, not gonna let anyone do any damage. And White Nova, a quick Lijiang to start off the series.
Very clear that they were comfortable playing on that map, as they appear to be a Ryan team at heart, you know, maybe just a rush team, but the proficient in the Reinhardt. And it seemed like, you know, heavy hitters really just didn't have an answer to, you know, this rush comp. I mean, obviously there was the heroic efforts of Nyx coming through, trying to do their absolute best, but ultimately it's not enough for this first fight. And also, I was wrong. That was their second point flip of the game. I apologize deeply for that misinformation. But going into hybrid now, heavy hitters pick. It seems they want to lean into this Winston and they want to try to play for their DPS damage boost. So when I'm thinking hybrid and I'm thinking Winston and I'm thinking pocket DPS, my mind's going straight to Hollywood.
I was thinking Paraíso.
Well, that's just because you have a Brazilian on your
team. You know, that could be a bit of a thing, but also I think just Freya on that map, devious? Question mark.
But wait, let me introduce you to something. Freya on Hollywood plus Sojourn.
I'm hearing you out.
Quite the diabolical, despicable, downright evil DPS duo. And honestly, very strong in pretty much every scenario if you're able to play it right. Balance your damage boost beam, get the most value that you can out. Yeah, I would just I would cross off the King's Row if I were you.
Yeah, just get rid of it. We don't need it.
Yeah, just get that out of there. Go. No, get back here. There you go.
All right. So yeah, it's realistically one of these two maps. If it's KR, I would be
KR. I'll eat my shoe.
Which one? The left or the right?
My right.
Okay.
I do have a pair of Sambas. They're quite thick, so I don't know if I'll be able to eat it all in one stream.
Just a fun fact for everyone. Withering this profile picture on Discord right now is just a fish with shoes.
My fish with Converse.
Yep.
You gonna disrespect my Converse?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just on the stream.
I mean, I'm glad that they know. Honestly, it's very important. Also, it may say regular season map order at first to 3. Just do not be fooled, chatters. I know that we can get easily fooled. Yeah, there we go. Yep, perfect. There we go.
Playoff.
Yep. There we go. Perfect.
Yep. This is great.
Beautiful. All right, thank you.
Well, we can't draw in the playoffs, could we? We could go to a map 8.
Could go to a map 8. There's potential.
That would be, that's the game I wouldn't be casting actually.
That's the game that you would actually just be not present. You'd be out of your house doing something else, and then someone would ping you, being like, "Hey, they went to map 8."
I would literally just go home and cry, but it's okay.
And look at that! Like I said,
Hollywood.
It's Hollywood.
We are so unhinged. It's been months.
Yeah, you know, this is kind of like my whole desire to cast after only casting 2 games this whole season, coming out into playoffs. Chatters, bear with me here. I'm going a little insane. But yes, Hollywood, you know, ideal for heavy hitters if they wish to play this Winston still and give a pocket to their DPS. But if they really want this Winston to work, I believe, are they starting on attack first? I believe?
Heavy hitters is on attack first. Yes.
Okay. You know, if I'm heavy hitters, I'm leaning more towards playing the Freya still. Maybe running a Genji.
Hamper!
Holy moly! I can't believe I'm about to say this, but I think I might like Div 5.
Wait, hey, this comp's looking a little familiar. Withering, can I file for copyright?
You know, you might have a case held up here. I will represent you in a court of law if need be, but.
All right, and then also this is an actually really interesting matchup for Hollywood. It's ball comp into Sig comp. This
I would
is...
say that they both have their counterplays against each other, but they also do negate each other in a way. Sig is very good like damage against Ball and able to CC stun and block.
Yeah.
But Ball can easily displace a Sig and put him in a position where it's not advantageous for him. But we'll
And the
see how it's
Elkers...
played. You know, both sides all starting on top.
That's a risky strategy, especially with Nyx sitting on the Genji with potential pocket from Stay Strong. Because, I mean, Anazin probably won't be able to get it. Tracer's too hard to deal with. But you at least do have Lame and Tristo on this other high ground to be able to just put any pressure onto anyone who dares try to dive your high ground. And now it's going to be Alec Burn already getting picked off early as White Nova's going to get rid of their height quite quickly here. But it's just so Sam Game can get the cleanup as I said, he is just cleaning up right now. Okay, everyone's dying to Sigma, and that's going to basically be your first fight.
Absolute decimation there from White Nova. I mean, it all started Alec Burn unfortunately falling while trying to run into Ali. Sam Game being able to drop in, take care of Stay Strong, and finish off the rest of the team. Enemy Police took a lot of damage to start off early, so they were forced out almost immediately. Kind of doing the same thing they were doing now in the first fight. As we see here, disruption from the ball. Very easy damage, forcing all off high ground immediately, and now it's heavy hitters with the advantage on point.
Ooh, nice slam. And it's going to be Nick still moving in. Look for the Baptiste. You're able to get the kill. The Genji does not get traded out. You're able to dash away. And with this fight still going to be going, Withering as it's a nice slam from Enemy Please. And White Nova's starting to get forced back, but you're still taking decently aggressive angles here if you are Lame. But Nyx is still cleaning up, looking for more. That's the third kill for this fight, looking for 4. Can you get the May? Looking for it, and eventually you do. Can you get the ace? Sam Game is standing right there, getting closer and closer to this Flux, potentially trying to flip the fight. It's a lamp. You're going to try to do it. The Flux, though, will not kill Nyx. The Genji's still alive, looking for the 5th kill still. And is able to steal the ace, however, as it's going to be GXT falling, and 2 minutes for first point, but you are able to cap. Not bad at all.
Amazing coordination from Enemy Police and Nyx there. Able to find an easy pick on the bat first. They weren't able to get the res off in time, and actually Tristo fell for that. Sam Game trying to clutch up with the Flux here, unfortunately wasting it. And now you're looking at ult economy for both sides. Ninjax, I just realized Ninjax is on May. Okay,
yep.
So there's a Blizzard. Blizzard's okay against Ball, but it all matters on if you can roll.
In a rough position currently.
Hashtag me on Ball.
Me also on Ball. But that's gonna be a quick over. I mean, it's just a nice play from White Nova. You're able to get the wall, you're able to rock. The ball just can't get away. It's shooting in tight little corridors. So you do die early, but you do have 5 ults. You're gonna start this early with a Valkyrie. You're trying to force back the back line. That's what you do.
Pick and Lame Defoe. Oh my, just harassing the
off angle, and you're on the high ground here. Pulse finds GXT, and the mine's fine too. Okay, heavy hitters.
Heavy hitters trying to make a statement here, as you know, maybe Lijiang was just a fluke. You know, they come in, they hit heavy, but Enemy Please having to use mines and Pulse One coming out. Stay Strong using Valk as well. Massive ult advantage for the side of White Nova, but Nyx does have this blade, and they have proven themselves on the Genji. They might be the next Hokage, if you will, the way that this Genji gameplay has been going so far. And we're only on map 2. I mean, honestly, the way things are going, this is going to be a close game.
I hope so. As Nyx in the backline, it forces the Valk, forces the lamp as well. You can't find your confirm, though, as GXT is able to find Anazin. Enemy Please falls low. And the nice deflect, but it's I don't think it's gonna be enough. It's a 2v4. We've seen Nyx pull a clutch before, but can you do it again against the Valkyrie Mercy?
Ooh, res
maybe not. But Enemy Please it's confirmed, but Stay Strong's died. You have 2 members left, like I said, and I just gotta back up. And that's what Heavy Hitter's doing. They're just getting set up for the next dive, and you're gonna try to go quick, trying to find GXT and or maybe Ninjas, as Alec Burn is gonna be back now, as Heavy Hitters are still trying to take this fight. But you still have a Blizz and the Bob coming up for White Nova. A lot of good stall ultimates.
Stuck on the,
There's
on
the window. Yep. There's the window to distract Enemy Please. And next, the Genji is stuck on the walls. Has to get away. Half HP. Stay Strong falls low. Ninja is able to get a headshot with the Icicle. And point is still just... The fight's still on the card here. Withering as this fight kind of felt like it's going on forever. As Lame trying to get away from the inevitable Genji. And the fight's still going. Lamp was forced out. Anazin hitting nice shots, but you just got to peel, and no one's on the same target right now.
Yeah, I mean, now it's just a sloppy fight coming in. They had great setup coming in from last fight after losing, surprisingly, letting Enemy Please come back from a res from Stay Strong and Nyx staying alive in the backline, but they just engaged a little too early there. They were able to... White Nova was able to move and counter position, and were able to take out Stay Strong and Enemy Please right afterwards. So just unfortunate, you got a little trigger happy, you know, but you go in next fight, looking online with another mine. Anderson's gonna be able to build up a pulse bomb as well. Lame
Get
Defoe
this
and Ninjak still holding on to this Blizzard and Bob respectfully, and Sam
Stay
Game has
strong,
built up
be
another
careful.
push. Yeah, no, Stay Strong has been a bullet magnet, one might say, so far this game.
A little bit as oh no. I'm scared. I'm scared with Pulse Bomb almost gets the Ash. Bob comes out from lane. It's gonna force back Envy, please. The Bob damage is so strong. No, I miss mine even worse. Minute 15 left here for heavy hitters on the offense. You only use the Bob from White Nova. And honestly, you're having pretty good ult management. Like, yeah, you've held this Blizzard for a long time, but just the fear factor of it's doing a lot of work. But Enemy Please
one
has
misplay from Enemy Please, and that's a Blizzard on your dome, and you're just gone. Your fight's over. You're not there.
Theoretically, you send Nixon and just try and deflect it.
I mean, the way Nix is playing, if I saw a deflected Blizzard, I wouldn't be too surprised.
And now Enemy Please still has the mines. Could split up all the members of White Nova here. But GXT finds Anderson. You pop the Valkyrie, stay strong. You should be able to get the res. You do. And you're still alive here. Nixon getting closer to the blade. But you get stuck on the corner. Dynamite's gonna get a kill. Mines are gonna keep everyone stuck. Flux finds three. Sam's gonna be able to send everyone careening down back to the spawn room. As Lame's gonna be able to get the cleanup. Enemy Please does get one with the mines, but I don't think it's gonna be enough here. As Tristo trying to get the res. Sam is able to peel from Anderson. And now you have 20 seconds. You have a blade, you have a pulse bomb coming online, and almost a nano. You're walking into this Blizzard still, and anyone who touches the point is basically a death sentence. You're gonna have to pray Anderson and or Enemy Please can just get touches quickly and then get out of the freeze before it's too late.
True, and there's also a window online that's not accounted for. Oh, the Ryan switch for stall. I mean, into the Blizzard window is kind of wicked. There comes the window.
Have to walk in,
Blizzard out as well.
And it's too late. The Genji falls, and the DPS are just gonna clean up for White Nova.
I mean, the Ryan swap was a little
peculiar.
Yeah, I wouldn't personally have done that, but like, you know, maybe they had something in mind. Maybe they were looking for that Nyx deflection onto the Blizzard, counter Blizzard, get 4 with it. Then you have Ryan come back to hold anchor point, but I mean, that's not what happened. That's not the case. Story is a different thing.
Not a bad push.
It's not, all things considered. You know,
Hollywood First is quite difficult. Most people could probably cap it near the end if they have to, because Hollywood First is either like the best point ever or the worst. It's so weird.
It's like a paradox, you know.
Yeah.
It's what's the term? Schrodinger's first point. You won't know if you full cap or get full held until the final.
Pretty accurate, honestly.
What's in the box?
What's in the box, Withering? What's in there? Is it the 3-0?
Is it a full hold from the side of heavy hitters on defense now? Is it a full sweep from White Nova? Back to the Symmetra, Reinhardt, and Cass. Heavy hitters back on this ball cop. Now switching over to an Ana, which I think is a very valid switch here now.
Yeah. My only concern for I like heavy hitters comp more or less. Like, you have Genji and Ball be able to go in. Ana can hit the nades. It's just if they TP onto that backline, if White Nova sends the Reinhardt in there, Alec Burn and Anderson are gonna have a little bit of a bad time. I won't lie. You have a coach gun and you have a sleep dart. That's your saving grace.
Like when you choose your items to go to an island with, you can only survive with those items you pick, and you chose a coach gun and a sleep dart. I think you might have chose wrong.
Yeah. But now GXT on a switch as well. All right, it's literally gonna be the exact comp from Lijiang as first high ground looking to be taken here. TP gonna come out a little late as everyone's already taken damage from Anderson, but stay strong and the Ashfall low. Alec hits a nice nade. Finding Lane. No, Ryan to the backline though. Sam Game finds him stay strong. It's gonna be a 4v4 now. As Nyx is on the not high ground, but Alec Burn's on the high ground. This is kind of a devious angle, honestly. As White Nova's gonna have their fight cut out for them here, as trying to take some of these angles are gonna be difficult. As Sam Game is gonna get staggered there. As how are you gonna get Alec Burn? How?
My idea is you're gonna walk up left stairs and you're gonna TP onto the platform and just pray that you can burn beforehand. But I mean, amazing. What the?
Oh, Overwatch 1 strats. The orb.
I guess we're playing Pea Shooter from Plants vs Zombies now.
Oh, I want to play PvZ. That's the game.
I want to play PvZ.
And now, Anderson. Yeah, I might. And Alec Burn finds another starting pick onto lane once again. Yana falls low. It's gonna be a trade. Nyx has to get cleaned up now. And with help of Enemy Please, you are able to get GXT. But now it's still a 3v3, and it's kind of a rough one. You don't have the most damage in the world here, but the Ashe does have the potential for a Dynamite, does fall though. Tristo is able to get Anison, as it stays strong, and Enemy Please, not bad duo to stall with, as Tristo's looking for that Mercy. And they will fall, and Enemy Please will stall for a little bit longer, but now you're going to have Ninja set up for the Sim Gaming, and it might be a little too late here, as Nyx is back. By still going, the Shatter almost is dodged with the help of the Pile Driver. Not going to happen, though, and White Nova, around the same time bank as Heavy Hitter at the time, are going to cap first.
We are going to look at about the same time to get to the same exact point, but we're on the Ryan comp now, heading into second point Hollywood, where high ground is very predominant, and if you aren't the one controlling it, chances are you're not winning. But
Yeah.
next, switching up into the Freya now off the Genji.
I don't hate it.
I don't hate it either. It's good. It's good shield. It's good shield break onto the Reinhardt. Good pick potential as well. Less likely chance for you to die randomly inside the enemy team on Genji. As we see, enemy please just trying to disrupt right now and be annoying on ball, but these sim turrets are actually just doing a really good job at disrupting him. Alec Byrne has been hitting these nades, but unfortunately not enough time for follow-up or just mistimed plays coming in from the ball and Ana duo.
Yeah. And now you have a nice angle on most of the members of White Nova now. Nyx is going to get traded out. No, the Freya movement. I see you, Nyx. But now Anna's stuck as Sam Game has no regard for safety. They're just like, I'm going to send it in, and I respect that. And now you don't have to worry about a Bob because Anazin is down. Nyx is still trying to find a pick. Sam Game gets the nano. Enemy please half. And White Nova is just going to be moving with a Reinhardt, and Karthik moving this entire time, Withering. Lions come out to contest point a little longer. But for how long? You have a nano, you have a Bob, and a boa shot coming back. Or heavy hitters, but how fast can you get in? Bob's going quick. It's going to be a wall to stop him. And now, 1 meter, Bob will contest. But now you're going to have to send the Ashe, and you can't make it yet. Boop! And White Nova's going to take Hollywood.
I mean, honestly, like you said, they were moving part the whole time, so all the progress that they made at stopping the push was all for naught, as the second they lost the fight, Cart was rounding around Wagon. Nyx once again would play at the game.
Oh no.
I mean, it's just a one-man army out here, unfortunately, if you're heavy hitters. Nyx doing the most in the world.
Yeah, and I feel like if you just get the timing a little bit better here for heavy hitters, you could honestly be decimating this backline of White Nova. Because, like, Sam Game loves to go in, and he normally sends 2 people with him. So if you can just trade out the 2 in the backline and then get ready to take the next fight with the 3 that are remaining, it'd be basically perfect for heavy hitters. It's just, you got to get that timing figured out. You at least have, compared to most series, you have another map after Flashpoint to do it. And if you're playing ball, Flashpoint's probably your best bet to figure some things out.
I'd have to agree with that. I mean, it did really just come down to unfortunate timing there. Alec Byrne landing some significantly obtuse and large nades. I was thoroughly surprised. I swear I saw a nade slip underneath Ryan Shield, like it's like perfect timing. But
I think so.
I mean, it feels like everyone who's coordinating on this dive is just on a different wavelength, and you know the signal just hits at the wrong time for everybody. So once someone's in, the other person's out, and then it's just a cycle that repeats. They gotta break this cycle. Best way to do that, quick little reset. You know, I like to say, when you're down, map score 0-0, first map starting now. You know.
Yeah, and now I have a thought. Do we still get a 5-minute break after map 2, or is it gonna be map 3 now?
You know,
It's so technically it's at the halfway point.
So
So it would be after Flashpoint that they would have. Yeah.
Thank you, Caustic.
No problem.
Thank you, Caustic. And with that,
Can we get a round of applause for our amazing producer, please?
I can't clap loud enough so my mic doesn't pick it up.
Me too. Just know that I am.
Clap the mic.
I'm not clapping my mic. This thing's already busted up enough as it is.
All right. If Nyx gets play and White Nova loses on the map, though, this would be. We might have to make story long.
Can we get like a Jerry West style MVP? Even though even if they lose, can we just give him the MVP of the match?
If the series plays out like this, I might decide about it. And hey, look, it's one of the most common maps we've ever seen. I mean, it's
actually don't
basically
think
a
I've
coin
seen
flip.
New Junk City picked. I'm so serious. I really don't.
Withering, you know what's worse? I love New Junk City.
Me too.
Just because it's not Saravasa.
I think I've played too much Saravasa to appreciate it.
I know.
Anymore.
Like, I like NJC just because, 1, it's not Saravasa, and 2, I mean, I like some of the points there. I get to play Doomfist sometimes. I like Doomfist. Me like Doomfist. I like punch people in wall.
Oh.
All right. Are we gonna
Fire.
expect more ball? I'm expecting more Rhine at least from White Nova.
I'm expecting Ryan from White Nova, but anything from the side heavy hitters could really come out. I mean, we might see the Winston come back again. We might see the ball
Roadhog.
again.
That's not
We do see the
Roadhog.
ball
That's
again.
not
That is not.
Reinhardt.
That's a the
Demon. 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 Demon.
Even.
Zarya. Also, I like this version of the ball comp a little bit more. Having your it seemed to be head scan player from Annazen going over to the Freya now with Stay Strong, and now Nyx can just do what they do best. Get in the back line and help with enemy, please. And Alec Burns on the Kiriko too, so it's just the survivability now that you have for heavy hitters will be good. Unfortunately, you're walking into a Death, Destruction Incarnate with Reaper May Zarya with a Moira.
One bad slam is all it takes for enemy please to be sent back to the
All it
spawn
takes
room
is
and
one
have his
bad
wishes
slam.
fulfilled. One bad slam and his wishes are fulfilled.
But
As
Ninja's
Ninja finds the first pick onto Alec Burn.
the icicle. And now Nyx is falling low. And the weirdest part about this White Nova comp is they're not playing for speed. They're just playing to kill with instant burst damage. And I mean, just look. Gonna be a
Witness.
slice? And now Nyx Sojourn. Okay, I don't hate it. It's mainly, I'm assuming it's just for the poke to, you know,
I think
the
the
running May
Sojourn
Reaper?
is the right pick. You know, you play your distance, you have good damage from afar, you have railgun potential to take out a squishy in the back. You know, you have the potential to just decimate Zarya, even if it means piercing through bubbles, but you also have good follow-up with slams with rail, because of Pierce, obviously, and field. You have better mobility, to get away from the Zarya, I'd say. And, you know, you just have better overall damage, and you have more value for the Mercy pocket. So.
Now, well, Alec Burn getting hunted down here, just TP's away from Lame. But now you're running into a Zarya. And it was kind of just a rough angle to take, all cramped in that corridor. And then Sam and Lame were able to get the pincer. And it's a nice slam. Unfortunately, you're already down 2 members, not much follow-up you can get. Annazen is trying as Lame is just having to reload right in front of the Freya's face. And that might be last fight for the first point here, withering as 85% of flash points, basically point over.
Yeah, I mean, once you hit over that 70 mark, things start to get a little dicey, and then, you know, once you hit over 80, it's pretty much, if you're not winning that fight, you're gonna probably lose it and lose the point with it. But, you know, Matt, first point out the way, Nick's making a switch over to the Pharah. I think this is a good play as well.
With the Mercy, I like it.
With the Mercy. But I think if you really want to, you know, pull as much value out of this as you can, I think you might need to consider switching maybe to off of at least get Annazen off of the Freya and maybe go like a Tracer. Well, I think Tracer has better follow up with Pharah. That might just be me, but
potentially, yeah. I mean, Boa shot plus Pharah barrage though. Well, not barrage, just like Pharah
disgusting
damage.
combo. It's
evil.
gross.
And Lame has to go in, and now that's going to be Heavy Hitter's turn to take the advantage, knowing the Reaper cannot just go in willy-nilly and destroy your backline. But you're going to give him a little more time here, just get a little extra second to get set up here for Heavy Hitters. As it's already going to be a bubble used by Sam Game, and you already wasted your wall from Ninjas. You do have a Blizzard, you have a Nano, you basically have everything online. Enemy Please goes in for the slam, and the Boa shot does not find a pick, and Sam Game is able to find Nyx. Stay Strong gets shot down by the Reaper. A Valkyrie got their wings clipped by a pair of shotguns. As now 35%, counting already at 4 ruins. As enemy Please didn't get picked down, it's going to be a bit of a stagger now for the remaining members of Heavy Hitters. Annazen just trying to shoot their way out of it, but Lame says no.
I mean, there's still just a very clear disconnect happening here, as Nyx is just forced to play Mystery Heroes. Annazen is getting hard pressured out by a Reaper and a Mei. Stay Strong is unfortunately just dying to insane chip damage from the wind, I believe, is what I'm gonna say here. And Alec Burn and
Reaper
really
does turn into snow.
just struggling. Yeah, that's
The
true.
Blossom! The Blossom!
And
oh my god, Nano Blossom.
Wait, we've witnessed Beyblade.
It's been so long, Withering.
Close enough. Welcome back 2016 Overwatch.
We're just missing a speed boost.
We are missing the speed boost from the Nano.
Get the Zarya spotter perk. Get the Reaper in there. Perfect.
Absolutely, it's genius. Honestly.
We're going back to 2016, ladies and gentlemen.
And as a message over to this Cass pick as well. I think this is fine, at least for countering the Reaper, but Cass just is kind of a sitting duck in every other scenario here, and they switch to the Ana as well. Enemy Please is just in a corner, and well, God, that's one sad monkey.
He's fallen. the carnival, the circus even. As now, it's going to be momentum coming in, but stopped for a moment by Nyx finding GXT with a nice little shot to the dome. But Sam Game does have the grab. You do have a blizzard as well, but you don't need it. You're going to be able to get the cleanup without it, it seems here. As Zarya is going to walk it down. And now Alec Burn. It's just Lonana running away from a big Russian lady with a scary death beam. And she dies.
Don't forget the Celtic mad scientist with the death suck. Never forget that.
Is that May or Moira? I can't tell anymore.
That is Moira. I said Celtic, not Chinese.
Okay.
Know your geography, Dusty. Come on.
Well, to be fair, I was busy looking at Winton.
You know what? I get it. I really do.
I like that
I
guy.
mean, I won't lie. White Nova are set up for pretty much just a free point win and a map win at this point. All they need to do is just spread out their ults evenly. Probably look for grab first. Get rid of the team. I would clip this. I would clip this Mercy with a grab right here.
Yeah, it's a nice grab though. It hits at least 3. The Blizzard on top. Make sure no one can survive. Stay strong with the Valkyrie, trying their best, but not enough healing. Just with the lone Mercy, the res on to Emmy Please will go off, but it's already too late, and now will just be free ult charge for White Nova. You have 20% to touch, and your Mercy will fall, trying to pull out the Glock at the last minute. You have a Bob, but can your Winston touch? No, you're too far back. And now 10%. Nyx has the Bob, but can you rely on it? What if Lame just takes an uppercut to the mouth?
Exactly what I think is gonna happen. Doesn't get off in time.
It's a wall!
Comes out.
White Nova's gonna make the lead match point 3-0, but we're not done yet.
Dusty.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, Dusty.
What do you mean?
I'm so sorry, Dusty. You're just cursed.
Oh. Yeah, no. It's okay.
I mean, this map was just an example of what happens when a Zarya goes completely unchecked and they're going to counter your tank the entire time.
It's just like my ranked games.
Yeah, the Zarya or getting countered on tank?
Zarya.
Oh.
She's the ranked demon, I tell you.
Have you considered going Ramatra?
You know, I tried that. But you know what else we should try, though?
What's that?
Going on break for in between map 3 and map 4. I mean, Heavy Hitters definitely has a chance here. They just gotta tighten up the coordination a little more, and then just be ready to adapt quickly and stick with it.
They need to feed through Nyx a little. He needs a lot more care than they're giving him. I don't actually. I really hope
Get
I'm
Nyx back on the
being right there.
Genji.
Yeah.
Get him some kind of brawl or dive setup.
It's clear that Alec Byrne can definitely play Ana, so I'm surprised they just don't go for whipping out like Nano Blade, play with like Winston.
Ana
You know,
Brig Winston. Potentially, it's Escort. It's Escort coming up next.
It's Escort. We could be seeing, you know, some potential tomfoolery here. You know, your options are what is it, Shambali,
Havana,
Root,
Shambali, and Root.
Well, I mean, if you really want to play the Winston here, I think Havana is obviously off the table.
Yeah, I'd say Route 66 if you want to play the Winston.
Route 66 is, I think, probably the best option here. I think it's also the best to help excel Nyx's kill potential by allowing Nyx to just play Freya or Genji, give them a pocket, give them an Ana for Nano and nade potential. You know, this also just helps out Enemy Please a little more, having the team play around the Nyx and be able to get value off that. I believe our producer is trying to tell us something.
Yeah, I don't know, but we're just gonna have to see, and we'll see you back in map 4. Get your snack, get your drinks, the usual. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our first Div 5 playoff match, first playoff match of the stream, actually, for Season 0, as currently White Nova leads 3-0 against Heavy Hitters, but I want to say the score is at least a little deceiving, as I feel like this series could be closer here, Withering, as...
I have to agree with you on that. I mean, there are a lot of things that heavy hitters could be doing differently, and that could easily have changed the tides of this match.
Yeah, but nonetheless, I think our predictions were right, Withering. We're
Uh,
going to Route 66 for Escort.
God, I love Route 66 as well. Don't you love Route 66?
As a tank player, yes. As a DPS player, I don't know.
Now imagine you're a support player.
No, thank you. I don't wanna.
Good idea.
I'll play Zen and Weaver. That's about it.
Now, what you guys didn't hear over the break was some tomfoolery that maybe we won't discuss. But on the latter end of it, discussing how heavy hitters can win this game, potentially.
Elaborate.
So, how do you start with it? Obviously, you just gotta take a little mental reset, get in sync with each other, and most importantly, you gotta facilitate Nyx right now. This is the hot hand of the team. This is in fact the hand who feeds, the hand who gives, and taketh away.
This is the Lenny.
This is Lenny time.
It's Lenny time, but it's Nyx
Lenny
time.
It's Nyx time.
Is Nyx watching Nyx play?
God, I hope so. It'd be
Is
really
our
funny.
caster Nyx watching this Nyx play? Because it's not the same Nyx. I don't know, but also it's gonna be... Alec Burn is going over to the June. I don't know how to feel about this one. This could be good or this could be bad, because Missile Slam is a good combo.
This is gonna end either really, really well, or it's going to be really mediocre at best. Juno Ball is inherently very good because it's fast paced. You know, there's good follow up. There's good healing. Ray is a very good ultimate, as we all know. God, we love Ray as well here. But the downside does come from the fact that if you mess up any engagement and you're down torpedoes or you're down speedering, then your ball is in a pretty bad spot, and you're also putting yourself in a bad spot.
Yeah.
Torpedoes used really early here. Not ideal, but maybe they're playing through
nice
damage boost slam. That is very
now
nice.
everybody's off the high ground for White Nova. Nyx gets hit by the rock, but White Nova is starting to get pencered here as heavy hitters are starting to get set up. Anderson is on this fray of being able to put in spam damage. Nyx finds Tristo looking for more. But Lame is able to find Nyx, stay strong, looking for a potential res here. But Sam finds Alec Burn, and now this one's looking a little rough for the side of heavy hitters. Unless Anderson can find a pick, they do not. And Stay Strong is going to fall, and it's going to be basically a fight reset. As you also lose Anderson. But Enemy Fleas almost already has mines.
That's the upside of balls. Even if your whole team falls, as long as you're alive, chances are you probably are at least above 50% of mines. And in the case of Enemy Fleas, looking at above 70. They're gonna have mines probably in this fight. I'm finding the extra percent they need to get over to 80, and a
rock
big
to the face.
holy goob rock from Sam Game, finding Nyx and taking care of the threat that is the Genji. Now there's no dive follow up really, unless Anderson can manage to find a nice shot here. But you know, Dusty, I mean, how do you get past the sig hold right now if you're?
I mean, honestly, they're not holding high ground, so you could probably just roll behind them, see what you could do. You do or get closer to these mines as every second ticks down. It's the window, and honestly, you shouldn't fear it. You should just go chuck the mines on it, but no, you're gonna Lame do it. Oh, and there are the mines. They're trying to find their target, force the same game down to the cart. They're half HP. The bola shot!
The bola.
Oh, that's gonna be good! Weathering 2 down for the side of White Nova now. Heavy hitters are able to stay in a little bit longer, but Tristo's keeping everyone alive with the Valkyrie. Sam Game finds Alec Burn, and Sam Game might just be able to get the cleanup here for the side of White Nova. Getting closer to the flux, and Anderson can't get the confirm. It was a nice setup from heavy hitters, but I mean, yes, White Nova still stands.
Tragedy
Anderson,
strike. Tristo gets found out again by Anderson. Almost halfway up to another bola shot here. God, Freya just always has bola.
Gaming.
It's just gaming, yeah, real.
It's a pulse bomb.
Stay strong popping Valk now in retaliation of Tristo.
And now Please falling low. The bomb gonna do a lot of damage, but Stay Strong can keep every member of heavy hitters alive here with the Valkyrie. But Anderson finds another pick onto GXT. And now Lame is 1 HP. If you get Nyx in the backline, it would be great. But your Genji's dead, and I don't think you get the res. Tristo, however, does find the res onto GXT. And now it's going to be the DPS for Heavy Hitters getting the cleanup. Not Heavy Hitters, the DPS for White Nova, mind you. Getting the cleanup here as these fights are looking so close. It's just the second half where White Nova starts to pop ults. It's a problem, but now you have a boa shot, you have a blade, and you have an orbit withering. You should be able to secure this one, right?
Absolutely. You know, you're looking at Bola engage early, possibly popping the blade as follow-up, or maybe just Juno Ray holding onto the blade for a recontest, possibly. Really just depends on how you want to take it. Personally, I'm going for a Bola shot onto GXT in the backline there and finding follow-up from enemy please and Nyx. Maybe try to secure a fight with minimal ults. But here comes the blade from Nyx.
Though. Waiting for the target. Dashing in. The Flux hits no one. Nyx is able to dodge it. Tristo 1 HP. Blam comes in. Lamp is already full star. The boa shot! It got 2 withering! Or we're on top of this little ult cake.
The timing matters, Dusty. The timing matters.
I know, the timing. The lamp broke at the last second. And the boa shot.
Come to life on this map. Finding 3 early on. Can we get a 4K? A 4K for
Make it a 4.
And 50% to another Bola. God, Freya is just amazing.
That 15% every 3 kills is not okay. I'm
it
telling
really
you.
Isn't. We need to do some changes to that, Blizzard.
But Cap
coming in overtime, 2.5 minutes now on the clock for Heavy Hitters, and Minefield's almost online for enemy please again. Tristo coming up to a Valkyrie, once again GXT building another window, and Ninjak still holding on to this Blizzard. I'm not finding a time to use it last fight as they were found in that Bola slam combo. Absolutely dirty.
Everyone's falling low for White Nova. Stay Strong is playing quite far up. The Mercy does survive, however. Enemy please getting closer and closer to this mines. And isn't falling low. Already getting close to another boa shot. Only 25% away. As Cart is still moving here for Heavy Hitters. No one's gone down. The supports are split. Tristo falls low. GXT as well. Everyone's on the low ground now. And Tristo's gonna go down eventually here from the help of Nyx. And now it's going to be the members of White Nova who are on point. Kind of flipping the map a little bit. It's gonna be another boa shot. It does not get the confirm that the lamp will save GXT, and now it's going to be a bit of a stagger fight for the members of Heavy Hitters. GXT,
it was looking really good for Heavy Hitters as well. I mean, the enemy had a really good slam happening there, but unfortunately kind of beat it, and also just didn't want to pop the mines, I guess. And here comes the mines now, actually.
The mines!
GXT gets found. I'm so sorry for doubting you, enemy. The minefield actually came in very clutch there. You see your Tristo finding his way back out. Lambda finding a pick onto Stay Strong. No Valken play now. Ninjak's getting stuck behind, getting found by Anderson.
Already at 70!
I mean, come on, Blizzard. Surely we recognize that this character is a little overtuned. Please, please.
And now it's going to be a Valk Blade on top of that for Heavy Hitters trying to move through faster. They have a minute to go through second point, but White Nova has 4 ults on the board. But if you pop Blade in the small corridor, it'd be perfect. Nyx is looking for it. I can tell. I can sense it.
Out. It's
here we go. Blade time. Nothing to counter. It's going to be the Bob at the end there. Nyx is still able to survive, though. The slam is a nice setup. Valkyrie comes out from stage trying to keep everyone alive. Nyx is going to go on to GXT, however. The Bob's going to be putting on a lot of pressure to enemy, please. And the res, not going to happen. Stay Strong just having to disengage. Gets shot down. You only get one more fight here, but you force out the Lamp and the Bob. It's not bad, but Lame's going to get the cleanup here for the side of White Nova. And 20 seconds left. Enemy, please, you got to get out of here, man. You're falling low. And you lose Alec instead. Now you only have 10 seconds. You need to grab a health pack. You got to get a safe combo, and it's crumbling. It's crumbling with the ring.
It's just like the cookie. It's crumbled, and I mean I don't think there's a touch
online.
online.
Shot. You got to dash in.
Nyx just doesn't have the effort to get over there. No resources. Bullet shot comes out. Not enough. And much like a Boeing, Stay Strong is just mysteriously getting shot out of the sky in open airs.
I don't know if we can say that.
It's just some wicked stuff happening over here. I mean, how is a Mercy getting found out this much, Chelsea? What's going on?
It's just May Ash. If you get shot by either one of them once, it's just if the other one shoots you, it's game over because you got a Mercy pocket from Tristo. But if this let me breathe.
I like an idea. I don't think I've heard you breathe that much this game. You need like a water as well. Like
I got a lemon lime soda.
Well, I guess that counts.
Yeah,
there's like some water in there.
This is so winnable though. For the side Heavy Hitter. Now, if on Route 66, just keep Nyx alive, and now you can kind of feed into the Annas and Freya a little bit because with all this open space, with a Mercy, the Freya kind of just dominates. We saw that, especially with
and I have to say. When it comes into the mirror, the matchup against Ash and Freya, I think Freya is a very clear dominant winner in most cases. Lame Defoe has also been putting himself in very peculiar situations, so as long as they can find him out, it's a free pick on Ash every fight. Ninja's switching over to the Echo now, and Sam Game onto the Orisa respectfully.
The Orisa's questionable for me.
Orisa's a little questionable. I think Sig was working
Bunker
fine.
cart,
I think Sig
but
works fine still. Yeah, I mean, maybe he goes for shield perk and he plays OG Orisa.
oh my god, pirate ship in
Pirate ship.
2025?
I mean,
There's no
I'd say that's.
Bastion, but
I mean, they could easily push the Bastion. Let please looking for a slam up top here, just doing some little movements up top with like, yeah, he's waiting, he's biding his time.
and now
But you know, Dusty, sorry for interrupting you, Dusty. I'm sorry.
no, it's fine. It's okay.
Go ahead.
I just feel like this is so holdable here for heavy hitters, especially if you hold close like you're doing right now, just having MP Fleece sit on this cart. And Tristo's falling low. It's just gonna be really long fights, I feel, is what's gonna really kinda... I feel like that's what you want if you're heavy hitters. I don't think you want quick, like, confirms. I think you want to take these slow, force White Nova to use cooldowns, and then you go in. Then Nick's already falling low from a nice dynamite from Lame, and now it's kind of just, like I said, gonna be passive fights here, Withering.
Yeah, I'd have to agree. I think you do just want to drag out as much time as you can and disrupt point, stop cart progress whenever you can. I mean, we're already a minute through, and they're reaching the first corner of Big Earls, which is a really bad spot to be in if you're heavy hitters. But Nyx get found out, immediately revived by Stay Strongs. Ninja's in a really weird spot right now, kind of in the middle of the team, can probably be found out with some good shots from the Freya. And, like, my Mercy's exploding midair, I guess, but you know what? It's alright, fight's still winnable. Anna's in almost gone line to the Bola shot. Bola can land onto maybe Lame Defoe, or Tristo can easily find a pick or two.
Boa or a Bola?
It's a Bola.
I thought it was Boa like the constrictor, like the snake.
No, it's Bola, like the thing that people used to use to like hog tie animals. I thought for people. If you're really creative, you could definitely get a
Withering.
Oh, my bad, sorry. Back on topic. Sam Game finding a massive spear onto Nyx.
Oh, it gets eaten! Point
I mean,
blank.
I think that might be the first time I've seen a Orisa eat a Bola shot like that.
I think I've seen it in ranked once.
I think I've seen it OWCS, but not like in your face throwing a Bola into the horse. Oh, big spear. Not, I mean.
Enemy, please.
He's just trying to buy time. But is it enough?
I don't think it will be. 4 meters to go. Can you get another touch? No, and now it's 4.5 minutes to hold second here, and it's gonna. Sorry, hiccups. Double GPS switch up from heavy hitters. You're gonna have Tracer and Cass and Anazin can't escape. You just got a little combat roll.
I mean,
Lame has been lighting it up.
This cast switch up is just. I know it's for the Echo, but I think you just go Soj and you provide pressure against all three. You provide pressure against this Orisa and the DPS.
But now you just have Sam Game playing up, already basically getting first corner for free. Please getting closer to these mines. Stay Strong has a Valk online, but White Nova has every ult. Ninjas does fall low. It's nice missiles to stand up as well. No one's gonna really be going down. Bob going to the golden box of victory, just gonna sit there. Nyx goes down to the javelin. Bob finds one. That's gonna be a dupe onto the Orisa. Please pops the mines. It finds the dupe and finds GXT. And this is still gonna be a stalled fight for the side of heavy hitters. You're stalling still. Lame's falling low. Stay Strong. Try to pull the Glock out for a second. I respect it. The Mercy, though, will fall low. The Echo and the Ash, a little too much damage to handle. Anazin comes back on the off angle. Finds Lame. Card's still moving. Nyx is back here on the Tracer. Tristo's falling low. This is still winnable for heavy hitters, though. The missiles are nice. It's going to be a rush. And Suzu coming out from the side of GXT. Orbit from Alec for trying to keep everyone alive. Please got to get in there to get the healing. But you got to play safe. You're a little scared of it. Tristo falls down. Alec gets one. GXT falls. Alec gets two. The Juno making a save, keeping the series alive for a little bit longer, as Sam Game's gonna go down to Pulse just to secure the kill. And now, heavy hitters has a chance.
I see a Reinhardt switch here. Sam Game, so help me God, Sam. Sam, please, Sam.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Just go back to the Mercy. And now, okay, it's a nice stagger on the Lame. You have 2.5 minutes, and you only have really the Terra coming back, maybe a dupe. And heavy hitters, you're going to have to rely on this high noon. And you already have the slam ready, though. Please is just sitting there. And the slam? Gonna get Ninja's low. No confirm, though. I thought that was gonna get a lot more value. And Nyx gets slapped! The Tracer's down! And now Stay Strong moved too far up, trying to get the save, trying to get the res, potentially.
Sam Game was AFK for a little bit there.
Anderson, you need to hit the big of your life. Stay Strong goes down. Where is this Cassidy? I found him! It's in the little alleyway in the little room. But there's an Ash contesting. There's an Echo Mercy on your right. And nowhere to go. It's just the ball left. Please getting closer to this mine, but you're 1 HP. Nyx trying to stall on the Tracer, but you're dealing with a duped one from the side of Ninjas. Ball comes back, Emmy, please. 1 HP, getting close to these mine. Anderson still has the high noon. It's gonna be a Terror Surge though. Emmy, please. Gets the mine at the last second. But
No touch.
they are on the
Well,
point. They shrunk. The res gets shut down.
not enough.
And
It's
it's
not
going to be a
enough.
4-0. Welcome to one of your grand finals teams for Div 5. Welcome, White Nova. A supernova destroying heavy hitters, getting a little bit of an uppercut to the mouth.
I'd like to point out the fact that on 3 of the 4 maps, the play of the game has come from a heavy hitters player.
Yeah.
2 of which from Nyx, and 1 now from Alec Byrne.
Yep.
I mean, this game was heavily in the favor of White Nova, but it was
It's still close,
easily
though.
it could have been easily came back by heavy hitters. It came down at the end there to just missed timing on plays, like Dai specifically. I think there might have been some inner turmoil between the back line and maybe not pairing each other as much as they could have. Ultimately, the first 3 maps, it really felt like it was just Nyx fighting out there against, well, an entire team and his own team.
Yeah.
But congratulations, White Nova. A dominant 4-0 sweep, moving themselves into grand finals for Div 5. And heavy hitters fighting for 3rd place after the grand finals week, of course. Don't forget that, guys. There's optional 3rd place. 3rd place
Because
final.
next week will be the see
Next
who
week will
goes
be the
down to that third
second
place game,
games. That will be the 1st and 4th seed games next week. So
which will be Drop the Guns versus I'm pretty sure Fenrir. I think Fenrir. I don't remember for next week. That's just for Div 5 though, but we do have a game tomorrow, which will be I haven't looked at
I
the
believe it's
schedule.
CSUB Yotes versus
Oh,
CSUSB
that
Yotes
that's
in the
gonna be
Fallen.
good.
Be sure to tune in for the Div 2 match to determine our first grand finalist in Div 2 between the Fallen and CSUSBS Yotes. They're pretty of course, this is the 2nd and 3rd seeds battling for grand final slots, so they're
I do
both
like
gonna
Div
be
2.
more relatively close than the 4th and the 1st and 4th seed
Also, probably
fights,
more
but
Freya tomorrow.
probably more Freya tomorrow. I'd have to agree. So if you're an enjoyer of Freya and you really like broken characters and not letting everyone else have any fun, be sure to
Reinhardt
tune into
players be
that.
like, all right, well. That's going to be your first game of the playoffs. White Nova beating Heavy Hitters 4-0. And I'm just going to keep it short and sweet. This is Dusty. Over there is Withering. Our producer is Caustic. This is Nebula Esports. And we thank you for watching for this first day of the weekend. And we will see you tomorrow for Div 2. And stay tuned for more Nebula throughout the next few weeks.